hosty. What's up, everyone? Animac here for Anime Uproar, and welcome to another episode of Rant Café, episode 40, everyone. And in this one, we're going to be having some fun, talk about My Hero Academia, the best quirks in My Hero Academia, what type of quirks you would want to have, whether existing quirks or perhaps a quirk that you would like to create if you had the choice. Because I saw in our My Hero Academia videos, a ton of people were talking about this exact thing in the comments, talking about what kind of quirk would you have, what kind of quirk would you create if you could create a quirk. So I thought it would be a fun little topic to discuss with you guys in the chat. Have you in the chat kind of talk about what quirks you would want to have or create, and then we just like criticize what you said, you know, like analyze it and make you feel bad and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's do this. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what Recon comes up with. The quirk to become Kirito in real life.
Yes!
That's exactly what I want. Like a harem quirk.
I will create myself an SAO quirk. I don't know what I'll call it, but it's gonna be dope. Need to think about it though.
Okay, Recon. But yeah, before we get into it, just to introduce everyone that's joining us today, we have, of course, Anime Recon. We have Briggs from All Day Anime back again.
Yep.
We have, what's up, Briggs? We have the Anime Dude. First time on Rant Cafe. What's up, Anime Dude?
It is. I'm always present in the chat, though, so it doesn't really feel like it.
Yeah, the Anime Dude is a big supporter of Rant Cafe, so now we have him on live. We also have Noxtaku back again, a.k.a. Deku the Rapper. What's up, bro?
Nothing much. Thanks to me, Team 10 is staying litty.
Do you mean Weeb 10?
I mean Weeb 10, of course.
Yes, we are Weeb 10, bro. The latest video, anime parody of Jake Paul's It's Everyday Bro called It's Anime Bro is up on this channel if you haven't seen it yet. It was a lot of fun. We laughed our asses off while making it. Nox, you did a great job. Sinai Blizzard was on there as well. It was really fun. And we also have Soul Maka joining us. Good old Soul Maka here to pour cold water on all our shonen dreams. What's up, Soul?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. Hey, everyone. How you doing?
But yeah, and for this stream, I definitely want you guys in the chat to be engaged. Kind of tell me what kind of quirk you would want to have, whether in the world of My Hero Academia where everyone else has a quirk, or even in the real world. What kind of quirk do you think would be useful in the real world, even if no one else had a quirk? That kind of stuff. I'd love to hear from you. Does anyone here on the panel have an idea what kind of quirk you would want to have if you had a choice? If you have a prepared idea?
I have a prepared idea if you guys want to hear it.
I still want to think about it.
So I know like some of you guys are fans of the 7 Deadly Sins. So my quirk is going to kind of be based off like something similar to Merlin's ability. She possesses the ability Infinity. So I'm not going to have magic powers like Merlin. So I'm going to be like a support character in a sense. So like for example, if Shoto like freezes someone, I could use the power of Infinity and like make that ice infinite. And basically what that does is like that ice can never melt. Or if you set someone on fire, you'll burn forever until you die. You cannot put it out even if you like dump water on it. I can't use those abilities myself. My ability is just to make things infinite, and I can even make like my lifespan infinite, or like make my age eternal at like the age that I am type of thing. So I think it's pretty OP. Like I could pick like the strongest hero, All Might, get him on my squad. Boom, you're immortal. We could protect the world forever.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea. And I also think, you know, if you read the manga, there does appear to be quirks in My Hero Academia that allow you to live longer or potentially forever. So that is interesting. I think like we want to stay obviously within the rules of that world. So we don't want to go like, my quirk is to be able to do everything all the time. Like that's too OP. You know, the quirks have to have some limits.
Damn, there goes my Super Saiyan Kirito idea.
Super Saiyan Kirito.
Fuck you.
That would be great.
Super Saiyan Kirito.
I think mine was realistic. Like as long as it's within like 20 meters of me, it's like boom, that's infinite.
Well, I was gonna say, I hope everyone here watched Bungo Stray Dogs.
Yay.
No one.
Me.
I have to watch it. I've heard good things though. I know I have to watch it.
Okay.
Me, so I watched it.
Well, I really liked how the powers were set up in the Bungo Stray Dogs universe. In fact, I think I preferred Bungo Stray Dogs to My Hero Academia all in all, but that'll require a whole different rant. there were very original powers there. Like, for the most part, what you see in Boku no Hero Academia, aside from a few exceptions, All Might's super strong, and, you know, Todoroki is fire and ice, and Bakugo could blow stuff up. I mean, these are rather cliche quirks done really well. Whereas in Bungo Stray Dogs, they have weirder abilities and limitations that, well, if no one watched it, there's no point discussing.
Well, I think that, you know, there are some, you know, classic quirks in My Hero Academia, but there's also some very strange quirks as well that have strange limitations, mostly for the more side characters. But definitely, I think that there are some interesting examples. You know, off the top of my head, we have Mineta, obviously.
Oh, I was just about to mention him. You count?
Yeah, he has a strange type of quirk, right?
But I mean useful characters.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Ida's fast.
Oh, I've got something.
Stain's quirk is quite weird.
Okay,
right?
so I mentioned in a video that Stain's quirk is useless. If he would poison his knives, then he would be way more dangerous than he is with his quirk.
Oh.
That's kind of true.
All right, can I say
Man,
mine?
I never thought of that. Fuck. I never actually thought of that. I thought I watched your Stains video, but yeah, man, that is quite an interesting thing.
Yes.
As long as
I think if Stain would have had no powers at all, he would have had no quirk, and he would have poisoned his knives with something that paralyzes, he would have been a way better villain, showing Deku, look what I am. But,
Yeah, like,
okay.
the majority of his strength comes from the fact that he's like really agile and fast, right? Like it's not even his quirk as much.
Right, his quirk is useless.
the only thing I'm thinking is maybe you can get your hands on poison that's that potent in that world so easily. But yeah, that is definitely a good point. From the chat, we had Kiwi Fantasy say he'd want to absorb knowledge and skills from other people. That would be great. That's a very interesting work. Because I know Merlin, again, from Some of the Sins, has a lust for knowledge. So that's going back to the Briggs example. T4Z.
Glutton for knowledge.
Yeah. T4Z says Deku's mom's quirk because I'm lazy. And I think that's an interesting quirk. Like, Deku's mom's quirk is perfect if you're like on the couch, you don't want to get up, and the remote is on the other side of the room. And it's like,
but again, it's telekinesis. Telekinesis is something, it's seen everywhere. It's not an original quirk.
All right, I've got a quirk that I want to share with you guys. It's not related to anime and all this stuff, so it's my very own creation, but it is related to a character, and you know who it is. You guys exactly know who it is.
Recon can hold 2 swords.
No, no.
Recon is OP for no apparent reason.
I wasn't gonna say 2 swords. I was gonna say fucking.
I think I know what it is.
Okay, I'm gonna call this quirk Overdrive.
From JoJo's.
Well, yes.
I doubt he's watched JoJo's.
Probably not.
okay, I think
he muted himself.
someone's knocking on Recon's door, so while he's answering.
Okay.
And it is called Overdrive. So basically.
Okay, fine. Continue, Recon. Continue.
No, you go ahead. Do what you want.
No, I just wanted to say, because I thought you were going to answer the door, so I was going to say Jonathan Essex said that he would want Wolverine's healing ability as a quirk. And that would be crazy. Wolverine has a great, he's not a character that's, has a super amazing offensive power naturally. He gets, the claws and stuff later. But his healing ability is definitely extremely useful.
So, as I was saying, my quirk would be called Overdrive, and what this quirk can do is basically give me, invincibility frames, so I become a god for, a few seconds, and basically just charge in I don't give a fuck at all, and just completely demolish everything in my way, almost like Kirito when that happens, when he rages. So, and I'll have, rose aura, just like Goku Black Rose, and just a super god for a few seconds. That'll be the limitation of it. So that'll be awesome.
I think that you should have a smartphone given to you by God.
What a piece of shit.
I feel like that's kind of like one for all. You have super strength and agility and stuff like that, but you don't have unlimited energy. You can have negative repercussions. You have to master it and all that kind of stuff. So it's very powerful quirk, but there's limitations. You can, it's not unlimited, and you have to actually work hard to master it. So that's an interesting one. The Cat Gamer said that he would have a quirk to get 100% on all my exams with no effort. Now, that's interesting because allegedly some people have photographic memory where they can, like, while they study, they can just like memorize everything so easily. After they look at it once, they don't have to look at it again. So that definitely sounds like a superpower. And so I don't see why there couldn't be a quirk where you have like such photographic memory that once you study for a test, you read something once over, you always get 100%. So I think that's a doable quirk.
You know the many worlds theory, many worlds paradox.
No.
Like
Multiverse theory.
Well, similar, yeah, I guess. A quirk where someone can change which direction they went after a decision they've made.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
So kind of like Steins Gate stuff.
So like string theory.
More like erased. Like he sees something, he made a choice, and he goes back like 5 minutes to fix it.
Not really go back, just transfer it to the next one.
So like you choose the other like line type of thing.
Something like that.
Like how Okabe like swapped from like one line to like another world line, and like it's a different type of reality. It's so just like with the alternate outcome that you chose. That's pretty cool.
So is that an ability that you would want to have, Nux?
Who says I don't?
I think I have one. I think it'd be really cool to be able to control illusions to an extent. Like maybe have a prerequisite, like you have to touch them with all 5 fingers, kind of like what's her name? The girl has to do that, and then I know the villain that disintegrates things also has to do that.
Yeah, Shigaraki. Are you talking about Uraraka and the gravity, zero gravity?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that's just her prerequisite. Like maybe have something like that, but then you can control one of their senses, like maybe a sense of time, to where they think that you're a lot faster than you are. That way, it'd be pretty overpowered in one-on-one situations. But then, if you used it around a lot of people, it only works if they don't know what your quirk is.
Yeah,
So
you make them think you have a
quirk
different quirk. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, so if they figure out what your quirk is, then it ruins the whole thing. So if there's other people around, then
So basically, Ivan.
It changes the perception. It changes the perception of the quirk of someone else, whether time or something else. We have something like that in Code Geass with Rolo and his Geass, where he stops the perception of time.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to be able to stop it. It's a little bit too overpowered. Maybe just slow it down to where it seems like I'm going really fast or something.
Pull a Kiritsugu.
And there's also
Make them think that you have super speed, or make them think that you can disappear.
Hey, that was a bad guy in Fairy Tail. No? Yo, Recon, you're the Fairy Tail expert.
Yes.
That was a Fairy Tail guy that fought the ice dudes. No?
What? Say it again.
The guy that made everything else slow down, so they thought he was really fast. The guy with the big nose.
I'm not familiar too much with Fairy Tail, so is that a thing?
That is a thing.
I know Esdeath as well. Esdeath slowed down.
I don't remember his name.
I think
okay, so the point is that this is a recurring theme in anime. And I also think that when you get to the manga, there is a villain called Chronostasis, who I believe has a similar power. We don't know. It's like the thing with My Hero Academia is with a lot of quirks, we don't even know their names. We don't know exactly how they work, what their limitations are. We only know a little bit about them. Some hints, right? Which is interesting too. It kind of keeps you guessing. But I think that this one villain seems to have that kind of ability where he seems to slow down time or someone's perception of time, because the name itself is a hint, I think, and he's also known for being able to have extreme stealth. So he's able to, sneak up on people very easily, as if kind of like he's stopping time, kind of deal. So I think that we might actually have something like that in My Hero Academia. And what else was I gonna say?
I've got probably my favorite quirk that I would love to have.
Watch all the anime on your plan to watch list.
No, it's because everybody knows me as a harem king, so there's something as a harem king that I would love to have as a quirk.
An actual harem?
Like,
No,
X-ray vision.
no. It would be called dress break. You guys know where that is from. Everybody should know where dress break is from.
No, I don't.
High School DxD. Insane.
Well, okay, man. Not everyone's a huge fan of High School DxD.
Yeah,
Well,
hey,
ever
watched
since-
High School DxD,
the
'cause
god
I
of
didn't know.
anime.
Ever since I first watched it and I was introduced to dress break for the first time, I was like, holy shit. I want to make girls' clothes blow up like this guy. So I just touched them once, snapped my fingers, boom! I was like, yes! I'm the fucking harem king.
I don't think that would make you a harem
Definitely
king.
definitely not sexual harassment, Quirk,
Yeah.
right there. That Quirk should definitely not be called sexual harassment.
Why not make yourself like a
Anywho.
trick magnet, like in some sort, like girls just fall for you type of thing, like Kirito for no apparent reason? That's your quirk.
The
Yeah.
superhero
All you gotta
name.
say is one word.
Deviant.
Yeah, like let's say you give off like a scent. Your quirk is you give off a scent that has pheromones that makes girls attracted to you. I think that's a realistic quirk
Okay.
to have because animals have such scents that they give out. Like so, a thing that could potentially happen in My Hero Academia, I think, and definitely all of us would, I'm sure, enjoy having such a quirk. Although then
Just
you're like, but does she love me for me or for my quirk? And then it's like that whole existentialist issue.
Well, then it depends on the person. I mean, if it was Minata, he'd be fine.
Yeah, you'd be cool with that.
That's the best guy. I love him. He's like my favorite
But
character.
what if the only girl that was
I
into
know,
him
you
was
commented
video
that on my video.
True.
And you got a ton of likes.
Well,
What
he's
if the
awesome.
only-
Everyone loves him. Well, I don't know
What if
what
the
everyone.
only girl that was into him was Audio Jack Girl?
Audio Jack. Who likes her, man? Nobody likes
I
her.
like Audio Jack Girl.
Yeah,
After,
Yeah.
he's alright.
after
Get the
Frog-
fuck away from her.
To be honest, Invisibility Girl, I have a fetish on her.
What?
I have a fetish
I have a
on
question.
Girl.
If Eraserhead
She could
looks
be-
at Invisibility Girl, what would happen?
What? Say it again.
If
Oh,
Eraserhead looks
shit.
at Invisibility Girl.
His quirk doesn't work on people that have mutation-like quirks, to where they Or
It doesn't
they're
really
like
feel,
all the
but
time.
isn't her
Yeah,
quirk a
done.
emitter?
What?
I don't think her quirk is mutation-like.
I think her quirk
Well,
is a emitter.
A mutation-like quirk is whenever it can't be undone. Like they're just like that naturally.
Yeah, but I think
Am I
her
wrong?
quirk is a emitter type. I'm gonna check this.
Yeah, I think it's light. It's bending light. That's what her quirk is.
So if like light were to stop being bent, like were to stop, would you see
Yeah,
her
yeah.
naked essentially?
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, I would guess so. Yeah.
Or maybe he could never look at her because she's invisible and therefore his quirk can't work.
I was
Even if
also
it-
thinking that.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because he can't look at her
Mm-hmm.
directly.
Does he have to
because
make eye contact?
She's bending the light, right? She's bending the light.
Yeah.
Do they have to make eye contact? Is that a thing, or just need to look at the person?
No, that's not a thing.
No, her quirk type is classified as mutant on the wiki at least. So again, I don't 100% know. Like some of the wiki information is not correct because it's just like assuming stuff that we don't actually know for sure. But if it's mutant, then yeah, he should not be able to affect it. But then some people say that he has before been able to influence a mutant quirk. So yeah, I don't know. It's interesting stuff to talk about. The Gaming Flood Kid said that he would want the quirk to cut his thumb and become the Armored Titan. So just crossovers all over the place.
I've got one. It'll be a fun one though. It's not like, to be OP or, not even one that you'd essentially use for combat, but you could use it to like quell combat, and that would be the Baby Jesus quirk. That's what I do. Baby Jesus. How it works is once I activate it, then people would see me as like their idol. And then that would essentially make them, want to follow what I say. So that's how my quirk would work. So it's different for each individual. So like I might like stop a certain bad guy, and then he might be like, oh, you're the shit. That's it. Come on, guys, we gotta follow this guy. He might start, bringing me money and all kinds of things. Yeah, I mean, I might use it like on a girl, and then the girl might then be attracted to me, thinking that like I'm her favorite idol or something like that. Yeah, I mean, so that would be mine, Baby Jesus.
I don't know. It
So you
sounds like
basically want to be worshipped like a god. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it sounds like Soul wants to be a Japanese, in a Japanese girl band.
No, because it's just for fun, isn't it? Like, I guess like if it was in a series, it would be for fun, like to view it and see it, because it's different depending on who I use it on, isn't it? Depending on like what that person sees as, you know,
The
the cream of the
highest kind of.
yeah.
The highest, I get what you mean. So it's like
Yeah,
they project their own greatest
So
wish,
yeah,
whatever, on you.
so I mean, if I used it on Recon, he'd probably see Kirito. If I used it on you, you'd probably see Kamina. If I used it on Briggs, you'd probably see Luffy or
I'd see Oda.
Kiichi or something. Yeah, well, Oda, yeah. So yeah, like that kind of thing.
That's
yeah,
cool. I like it.
Oda's a fucking god.
Yeah. Baby Jesus.
I would take a power from JoJo's because every stand is an original power.
Which
Almost. I'll pick Yusuke's.
Yeah,
Diamond
no,
and Break.
but it's not original. If you're taking
Diamundo.
if you're taking it from JoJo's, it's not original, is it?
one doesn't need to be original though.
Not original in itself. I mean, you don't see it in 20 places in anime. It just exists once.
What is the power?
Whatever he breaks, he can reassemble. But if you watch JoJo's, it's really cool.
Okay,
So that's like thingy, isn't it? That's like what's his face?
Overhaul.
That's the one.
Yeah, Overhaul he's a newer villain in the manga, and he has the ability to destroy something and then put it back together as well.
Oh,
So
so
it's
he's based
kinda
off JoJo's.
So it's kind of like Shigaraki, but then he's able to also put it back together if he wants. So that's interesting.
Well, I mean, if there's a parasite in someone's body, Josuke can take a glass of water and just, stab it through that person, and it'll shatter, and then he can reassemble it with the parasite in the glass now. Like he does that in like episode 1.
Yeah, Overhaul can, whatever he reassembles, whatever body part, if he does it on body part, that body part has no more illnesses. So it's similar. It might be inspired by that. Okay, hold on.
That was like a JoJo reference.
Yeah, it might be a Georgia, I don't know. But just some guy with a mustache said that he would want a quirk called omnipresence in YouTube. I don't even know what that means. Is that like anyone who watches a YouTube video just suddenly has to watch your video? It's like all the trending videos, like the top 30 trending videos, is just like one video of you. Is that what omnipresence in YouTube is? Because like I feel like that's a quirk that I would get on board with myself.
I think
That sounds like what's called his Jesus quirk. If everyone watches him, they think they're like his god, or like not his god, like whoever they think highly of, then everyone's gonna subscribe and you're gonna go viral.
I
Like,
think
you can just posted, and they click on it, something like that.
Exactly.
I think the biggest quirk that everyone would want is rewind, which is to go back in time. Let's say to probably fix something, or if you failed your exam, you would want to go back in time to try and pass it, or if you did something horrible in your life, you would want to go back in time and fix this. I think that's one of the most important quirks that you would want to have within your lifetime.
Has anyone
The problem
mentioned
with
something similar to that before? Sound
I feel
familiar?
like a lot of people in the chat have mentioned time travel.
Yeah, not Saku mentioned the quirk, the erased power, right? From erased.
All right.
But the thing is, I don't know if we should count stuff like that because it's so OP. Like rewinding time, I
Right.
feel like might be just going too far. Like I see, maybe slowing down time for a certain amount, a limited amount, sounds like something doable. But like being able to go back in time, it's like if you look at Dragon Ball Super, you look at Whis' power to, turn back time for a certain number of minutes. Like that can just change everything.
No, what I mean is not going back in time like years and years back, like for a certain amount. Like you can probably go up. You can go back maximum 1 week. You can go back.
Well, I was
week
thinking
maximum.
like if it's
about it.
more similar to the world of Boku no Hero Academia, like a quirk that could go back in time 20 seconds. To
I'll give you like 5 seconds.
whatever,
5
something
seconds
like
is
that.
A little bit too low.
No, for an immediate mistake, if you immediately want to change it.
Yeah, like say you're fighting someone, you get smashed, you go back 3 seconds, you dodge it. Like it
Right.
can't be
Oh yeah,
someone
now
where
that's
you
good.
just
Okay,
kill
I agree
someone
with
so
that.
easily.
Yeah, I think that would be like a more realistic quirk than going back for a long period of time, because then that changes everything. Like no one can do anything to you because you'll be able to,
Pull a re-zero.
you'll be able to
Exactly.
create everything. And it's like there is a quirk called Foresight, in My Hero Academia, again, introduced in the manga, but it's limited. It only works on one person for a certain amount of time. Like you see what that person is going to go through for a certain amount of time, kind of thing. But yeah, like it is along the same lines of what My Hero Academia goes into, but we got to try to make it not too OP, just because it would be like. But the Cat Gamer says he wants a quirk where he gets to meet Anime Uproar in real life while eating a potato.
That's the dream.
It's like you have to have potatoes, guys. My boy Mega Anime Opening says mind manipulation, and we do have a guy in My Hero Academia who has that quirk. What was his name?
Shinso.
Yeah, Shinso. Yeah, that's right, Shinso.
Shinso, he has the ability to basically manipulate someone's mind and control their actions. However, Deku is able to break through his quirk, which was kind of like
with the power of plot armor.
Yes, yes. The
Let's
power
say
of
it how
plot
it is.
armor and the mysteries of One for All. But
No,
yeah, that is
plot
an
armor.
interesting quirk. And it reminds me of Lelouch's Gias, again, back to Code Gias, because a lot of Gias powers seem to be relatable to quirks, where Lelouch can, control a certain one person for a certain amount of period. Shinso is also able to do that to one person, control their actions for a certain period.
I don't
So
know.
that's
That's
an interesting quirk for sure.
You from
Sounds
Charlotte
OP.
can also do that. If you guys watch Charlotte, you can also do that.
What?
who?
The main character, you from Charlotte, he has the power
Oh,
to
shit,
control
yeah.
people.
No, but he takes over their body.
Well, yeah, and he controls their action as well.
Well, while his mind is in their body and his body's unconscious on the floor.
Yeah, that's right.
Isn't that like Ino from Naruto, or am I thinking something
Yes,
wrong?
it is a ripoff of Ino from Naruto.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, everything's been done before. Like even Jordan's or the anime dudes. What's it called? It completely sounds like Aizen's from Bleach.
Yeah,
Just
I didn't even
like
think about it when I was doing that.
the entire time you're describing him, like that's literally Aizen's power. Like you don't want to let anyone know what your power is, but you could use the illusion to like make them think it's anything else. It's so OP.
It's also Genjutsu. Any Genjutsu.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I like the concept of Shinso's power and like Lelouch's power.
Well,
The-
Shinso's... Sorry to interrupt.
the ability to control, I think, is very cool, very useful, potentially. However, the problem with that is that Shinso's quirk was able to be broken by One for All. That kind of ruined it for me, because it's like apply to everyone
Well,
equally for it to be an effective quirk, right?
Shinso's power is different because his needs a trigger. He needs the other guy to answer one of his questions in order for them to be under his control. Then he can control one guy at a time, and him breaking out with One for All is over. It's plot armor. It's not the power of his quirk. It's just protagonist power. Where Lelouch, whoever he looks at, he can control, and it's not for a limited amount of time, and he can do it to as many people as he wants at the same time. He just needs to look at them. In Code Geass, they're massive robots, so it's a little more difficult to do that. But
yeah, but the other thing in Code Geass is he can only do it to one person once, so he only has like one.
So how many people do you need to do it to more than once? Like if he's up
Well,
against,
I mean, there's certain important people that you might want to control more, like the king or something. But yeah,
if he's up against Stain, like Deku was in My Hero Academia, yeah, he looks at Stain for 2 seconds and he says, "You are now a teddy bear," and that's it, finished. You don't need to worry about that anymore.
no, it's true. But I'm saying if it's someone that he needs to keep around and not just like get rid of, then in that case, it is a bit of a limitation. But I get what you mean, that it's very much an OP power. That's for sure. Likely Valentine said he would like the ability to quirk to telepathically communicate with anyone, no matter how far, such as Anime Uproar or Donald Trump. So that's interesting.
Damn.
Two good choices.
Why would you want to talk to Donald Trump?
Hey
Well, you
man,
could just annoy him.
it's like
Annoy him.
He's sitting by his desk, and all of a sudden, coming into his head are anime pictures and whatever.
It's like
That already
the
happened,
voice of an
sure.
anime man.
He said he was
And
going to make
we
anime
have-
great again.
we do have a telepathic quirk that can communicate. One of the what are the names? The cat hero group, the Pussycats. One of them is it Pixie Bob? Anyway,
Yeah.
one of them has the ability to communicate with people telepathically. she can communicate with them within a certain range, but they can't answer back. They can just hear what she's saying. So it's kind of like a one-way intercom that she can have. But yeah, it's limited in terms of range, so you can't just like anywhere in the world. But yeah, that is, so again, they do have something like that in My Hero Academia. Did anybody here on the panel still not say a quirk other than me?
I want to retry since mine was so done so much.
Well, it
Alright.
depends how you use it, right? You could use it in a really original way.
Oh, yeah. Well, what if somebody had kind of like the professor that he can cancel quirks? What if somebody could just slightly either boost them up a little bit or
Actually, yeah,
Eraserhead.
Merlin power.
Eraserhead can cancel quirks from Boku no
You can
Hero.
either buff somebody else's quirk or you can debuff somebody else's quirk. It'd be like a sidekick type power. Whereas if you're kind of useless, but like say,
Eraserhead
oh,
can
can you do
cancel
that?
quirks.
Well, yeah, not to cancel quirks. I said similar to that, but like you're boosting up other people's quirks. Like you use it on Bakugo, his explosions are a little bit more powerful than they would be.
So you're kind of like a cleric. Like you buff people and like
Yeah.
increase their power, or debuff, like give them like a little reduction.
You would have to then fight in a team and be like a support guy.
You'd have to be like a sidekick type character.
Oh, it
You can be
sucks.
my sidekick.
To be honest, I would say you want a quirk that makes you the main person who's always in the front line.
I know, but everybody's been saying OP quirks, so I just figured I'd try something
No,
else.
that's cool. You could think of quirks that are not necessarily OP, but that are unique or original. I'm totally okay with that, because yeah, not everyone is gonna have a great quirk, and I think it's interesting when characters like Stain, who don't necessarily have a great quirk, can still make it work because of their own personal sort of dedication and expertise, right?
It's kind of like
How about a quirk where you can move protons and neutrons and make like air solid or water and to get rid of the hydrogen? I don't know, something like that.
And just like
That's
like,
too OP.
That's really OP. You can just like kill someone, but like we make it so like you have to like maybe touch that part or touch that like area type of thing, so it's a little bit less OP. So, but you could technically like make people's blood clot.
Yeah.
And it's like game over. Like you're a bloodbender from Avatar.
Yeah, water bending bitches. Foxian
though.
says Foxian would like to have the quirk to have the creativity to think of good quirks.
Damn.
I think we would all like that quirk right about now, guys. But you know, what can you do? Yeah,
Animac, I want to hear yours.
there is a quirk in My Hero Academia called what was it called? Hydrokinesis, which is which can be used to manipulate water and move it around, and it's used by the rescue hero. He uses it to kind of like put out fires and stuff like that. So that isn't kind of like a water bending type quirk. The question is, can he do it to other liquids as well, like blood, or is it just strictly H2O, right? Like that's an interesting question to think about. Personally, I think that some of the quirks that I find the coolest in My Hero Academia include transparency, so invisible girl's quirk. But I'm wondering if she can turn it off or not.
I don't think she can.
think so.
She never did.
Probably not.
That's why
Yeah, like
I think it's classified as a mutation.
Yeah, like she's never been shown without the quirk. She has the ability to manipulate light to create like a solar flare type of effect. So the question is, you know, can she? Because I would think that having the power to be invisible would be very cool if you can turn it off and on. If you can't turn it off, then it would be not cool at all, right? So I'm kind of I guess on the fence about that, because yeah, if you could turn it off at will, that would be an amazing quirk. You could like learn so much useful information, be a spy, be an assassin, you know, whatever you want to do. And yeah, so I don't know.
You just have to walk around naked.
I've got one. It's called Kirito, a quirk that makes you Kirito.
Damn.
Right.
So you're not real?
That's why we have you.
We didn't expect that one. We didn't.
I want a
The
quirk.
ability to fall into a coma and have virtual girls fall in love with you.
Yeah, I just when I activate it, I just my real body just falls down. I collapse, and then I wake back up, and I look at myself, and I'm the real deal. I'm Kirito.
Okay, we're gonna ignore that. And
I
No,
would
please
like
don't ignore that. Take it into your bodies.
What
I would
about
like a
phasing?
quirk.
like being able to walk through walls and stuff. I mean, put your hand through someone's head and then solidify it. You know, something like that.
That'd be pretty
No,
cool.
that would not be good for you either.
How about
Well,
to control the environment?
Well, one of my favorite ones kind of has something to do with that. Like the top hero in the academy. I don't really want to get too much into spoiling the manga, but his power seems like it's pretty useless at first, but he like works really hard to get a grip on it, and it's kind of like that Nux, where he goes through the floor, but he ends up being the top hero at the academy because he kind of learns how to utilize his quirk and get it down more so than other people do with theirs.
Yeah,
How
so
you use it.
his quirk essentially lets him move through objects like walls and stuff. So yeah, like I think that would definitely be a useful quirk in the real world. Like you could be a criminal and just get out of jail, baby, no at any time, right? So that would be quite interesting.
Wait, does anyone have the power to fly?
I don't think so.
Holy cow! How's that
I don't
possible?
know. Yeah, I don't
I mean,
know.
all
I
my
think it's
jump-
questionable.
Or
I feel like someone definitely has wings. Like someone's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a
Someone's got
butterfly.
wings. That's for sure. So
I mean, there's the crow guy or the raven or whatever he is. The
Tokuyami.
shadow has wings.
Oh, yeah.
Tokiyami can fly, I think.
there's the dragon form girl as well. So you know,
Bakugo can
dragons-
basically fly.
Oh yeah, Bakugo can fly. What
Yes.
about a quirk to control weather?
Oh, for one.
That'll be sweet. A quirk
That'd
to
be
control
cool.
weather.
Kind of like
Storm.
Storm from X-Men, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like if it's raining, then you don't like it, then you could just change it straight away to like sunny and nice, or I don't know, whatever weather condition you want. You just change.
Yeah,
it. It's easy as
Storm
that.
from X-Men type quirk would be amazingly useful. Like
Yeah.
and powerful because you can use it as a weapon too. Like you create a massive thunderstorm,
You can create a hurricane if you want, or
Yeah,
tsunami,
exactly.
whatever you want.
hurricane, tornado. That would be super useful for sure.
I would love to be able to teleport or even like instant transmission like Goku. Because I hate going places and like transportation. And to make it like a little bit like not too OP, like 'cause I could just like teleport everywhere and you can't catch me, like it's like behind you. Like make it like I have to concentrate really hard to teleport. So like it's like a 20-second like period where I have to be like where people could attack me and be free.
Uh-huh.
Or you can only teleport one limb at a time.
What?
So is it a
That
buggy
way.
teleportation?
You'd be dead.
Buggy. I can put myself up. It's cool.
uh,
What the hell?
Jabo says the ability to create and control crystals and rocks. So being able to create like a giant armor of crystal and or rocks, that would be a powerful. That's like kind of like earth bending, right? Kind of like interesting like that. Neboisha says quirk to absorb and discharge elements like fire, lightning, water. So rather than being able to create them on your own, you need to have a source for them. But then if you have it, like a fire burning or something, you can actually absorb it and turn it into a weapon. I think that would be an interesting quirk because it is a limitation, right? You can't create a lightning without there being lightning to absorb, but
You
it
just
could be
need to
very
carry
powerful
around
in
the
the right
stun gun.
circumstances.
Carry around the lighter and a stun gun.
I've got a good one.
Oh, no,
call
I'd probably have a necromancer one.
I
I
have a
think
good
that would be
one.
interesting.
Like
Nobody
bring
wanna
the
be
dead
dead.
to life.
Yeah, like you can manipulate dead bodies. Yeah, dead bodies.
But they're like
anything
zombies.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, just completely under your control. So
Do they have their own original powers or whatever, or they're just corpses?
yeah, if they were thingies, if they had quirks, then yeah.
I have a good quirk. How about this? It's called Astolfo, the ability to transform yourself into a trap. Best quirk ever.
Okay.
So how
George's
about
Grimmick
having an interdimensional box that you could put whatever you want in that box, and basically wherever you are, you could just pull out whatever you put there, wherever you are.
Like basically storage for
Like
Take-
Yeah,
teleport storage.
Yeah, storage.
That's pretty lame, though.
Gorgeous Grimmick said that he wants a
Everything has
quirk where he can
potential.
lose
Well,
all
it's
his
not
body hair.
overpowered. But if I walk into a fight and I need my minigun, I'll have it.
Okay. I like the transportation thing, like Warp Gate, Kurogiri's Warp Gate. I think would be a super useful quirk in real life. Yeah, it's like imagine living in Toronto like Briggs does, but not having to be in traffic for 8 hours when you go to work.
That would be fucking awesome.
If you would have said Kurogiri's quirk, if he wouldn't have existed in the anime, I would have said it's OP.
I suppose, but then that is a quirk, also teleportation, that appears a lot, like you mentioned Goku, right? Goku has that.
Well,
Like,
it's teleportation, and he's incorporeal.
Goku is able to teleport faster than the freaking gods in that world.
Yep.
Like how? Like that's a little insane there.
He doesn't he turn his body into like particles for that second, so like it can move super fast or something like that.
Yeah, but like the point is not even like Beerus can do that.
Yeah.
And so he has to like travel at a slower pace than Goku, which is.
I wonder why they just don't learn the ability. They definitely can.
Yeah, I wonder too.
How about the
Learn that on Planet Yardrat. I guess the gods don't like Planet Yardrat. Who knows?
How about the
Like,
quirk
yeah,
to
we don't-
control plants?
We don't. We're above this. We don't need this shit.
Yeah, I accidentally destroyed them like a week ago.
How about a quirk to control like plants and any type of plant that you can think of?
Well, Ibara has the quirk to control vines. Like her hair is made of vines, and she can control them.
Yeah, something like that. You could do that.
Like imagine you're fighting someone on grass and it's like make the grass grow super tall and they can't even see you.
Yeah,
And then
you
like they're
just
near a tree and you like extend the branch, like make that grow longer, like poke, like stab them with it.
Yeah, that would be.
I tell you,
sick.
every quirk, no matter how lame it sounds, has potential if it's used properly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For sure,
And
and in the right circumstances, right? By the way, Saif says, "Anime Emperor GG, keep it up." Okay, I will. I don't know exactly what that's referring to, but I will definitely keep it up. Ikari says, "Will there be a quirk to copy other quirks? We already have a quirk that copies other quirks. A class 1B student. What's his name again? Someone help me out. The blonde guy.
Can't help you.
The
Yeah.
annoying guy.
Rick.
The annoying guy that always gets
Rick.
chopped in the back of the head.
The blonde guy, yeah, he has the ability to copy a quirk he comes into contact with for a certain period of time, for like a few minutes, I believe.
That happened in the sports festival arc, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct.
I have a quirk that everyone, even Recon, would appreciate.
Oh,
The
please,
ability
let me
to
hear it.
summon a fictional character into real life.
I think that's what Lump was talking about. We'll go down
Yeah,
the chat.
we already mentioned that, but I would love to
We did.
spawn in Reyes.
Yeah, but that would be so OP. Like
Well,
what?
with limitations, of course. Like in Recreators, they all somehow manage to be in the same power level. Somehow.
Actually, I
Yeah,
haven't seen
thank you,
Recreators
Soul.
yet.
Yeah, like one other thing that was mentioned by Blood. He says a quirk that could change the emotions of people, and that's interesting. Kind of again, C2 in Code Geass says the ability her Geass is to have people love her. Kind of like it's not just like girls being into you because of like hormones. It's like an actual you start feeling love for this person because of this power. So yeah, that would be an
I think
interesting.
that's the best idea any of us came up with so far. Yeah, just point at a guy and he starts crying or whatever. You know,
Ooh,
something like that.
How about a quirk to turn people into babies?
Well, JoJo's has it already, which you should totally watch.
Yo, I just started watching JoJo's.
Well,
He's like-
guess what? Guess what, bro? Mortal Kombat had it back in the 90s, so whatever.
Well, when do you think JoJo's was written?
I'd say I haven't
Right
seen
after
JoJo's.
Mortal
I feel like
Kombat,
everything
right?
is JoJo's reference. Like literally anything you name is probably gonna be a JoJo's reference. That show has everything. It feels like.
Yeah, no, it is a classic show that I need to watch because Nux won't leave me alone. I sometimes at 4 a.m. he calls me, he's like, "Hey, bro," and he starts
That's
yelling
right.
at me. Quebecois
Dude,
French
you have to at
watch.
least watch episode 6 of Stardust Crusaders.
If
And
you
he
must watch
doesn't.
the JoJo.
Hey, Animac. Well, he might be
Yeah.
telling you to watch a show with a lot of episodes, but I think you just need to watch Koe no Katachi. 2 hours, bro. 2 hours.
Oh, I actually saw
Yeah.
that this week.
I think Gozen and I should watch it together, and then we can kind of like both discuss. We always like discussing stuff like that.
And then you
By
can
the
hug
way,
each other.
Sol brought us the information. Nato Monoma is the guy who can copy quirks in My Hero Academia, and Mandalay is the member of the Pussycats who can use the telepath power. Thank you, Sol, for doing that research. One quirk that I think would be very cool in the modern world, especially, is how audio jack can like jack into things, like a quirk that can not only create sound or something like that, but actually like hack and control electronics, so that like you can somehow like control computers or make computers not function or something like that in a modern city that is completely run by like electronics and computers. Like you could be extremely powerful, break into like impregnable places, get a bunch of secrets, shut down an entire city. Like that would be, I think, an interesting power.
That's from a video game called Watch Dogs, if you don't know it. It's the main character that has a phone that can basically hack any electronics.
Yeah, I don't
heard of
know
it.
the game.
Lelouch does that
Yeah,
at
if you
the end
guys
of
have heard of
R2.
it.
No?
I don't know the game, but yeah, I think that would be definitely a deadly quirk in the modern world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And any hypnosis like type quirk, like Shinso's quirk, could work, like especially if you could do like a hypnosis quirk that would work through electronics, like you're looking at someone just through a camera and they can use a quirk on you. Like that would be crazy. Like they just like hack into the the TV broadcasting system and like use their quirk on like a bunch of people at the same time. Like that would be nuts.
What about a quirk like Betelgeuse's from ReZero, invisible hands or something like that, or the actual attack is invisible?
Yeah, so
like
it's
Elfen
like
Lied in a way.
Elfen Lied, yeah, as well, with the vectors.
Yeah, it's
Right, Elfen Lied.
It's basically
And-
for Elden Lied.
Karano
Yeah.
Kyokai as well.
No,
Like
but
that-
Betelgeuse can take over people. That's his power.
Yeah, but not that part of his power.
So like just like a weapon that's invisible, that's pretty cool. Or like you turn your weapons invisible.
Like Saber.
Like, or
Yeah,
if
I was
you're
thinking
a
of Saber
support,
too.
a support fighter, and let's say I'm on Todoroki's team, and he shoots fire and ice, but they are invisible, so the opponents cannot see where it's coming from or what it is.
Turn something else invisible for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be very useful. Even a sword, if you can't see where it is deadly.
All right, Fate Zero.
Exactly.
Yeah, and the other thing is, I think a really interesting quirk that also is in the actual world of My Hero Academia is All for One, or the ability to take other people's quirks from them. Now, I won't get into it too much because it's the manga, but that would be an insane quirk in that world. Like that's like,
Well, it exists.
yeah, exactly. So I
Also
think
in
that
Heroes.
would-
You ever watch Heroes? The live act TV show?
No, I
Right.
haven't. I know about it, but I haven't.
So one of them had that power too.
Yeah, and that would be like, again, in a world where there's a whole bunch of quirks, that is an insanely powerful quirk potentially, if you can use it right. But one thing I want to ask you guys now is, what about in a world where there was no other quirks and you could be the only one with a quirk? What would be one that you would want? So not necessarily.
Shadow Clone Jutsu from Naruto.
Shadow Clone.
Hold on, let me finish.
Definitely.
Let me finish. Not necessarily a quirk that you need to fight other people with quirks. Not a quirk that copies other quirks, takes other quirks. But assuming that you're the only one with a quirk that you know of, what type of quirk would you want to have?
So it can't be the Shadow
You could
Clone Jutsu?
Or you could pick your own.
Well, then not the quirk canceller. Not that.
Can it be
Yeah,
the Shadow
exactly.
Clone Jutsu? Can I tell you why I would want it? So aside from the obvious clones and stuff, they also have the OP power that you also learn whatever they learn and remember whatever they see. So I could send one to school, and I can send one to, I don't know, and the real one will be working out all day, obviously, right? And then all the other ones will be gathering knowledge and information and doing everything I need, and then they'll just poof, and I'll have all that.
That's pretty unreal. Like even like you could just be watching anime all day and chilling and like mowing, and then they'll be out like, I don't know if the workout will like transfer, but like they'll be out like writing your tests, making your YouTube videos.
Yeah, that
Just
would be
reading random crap to impress Animac.
It's true. I do that all the time.
Like they're fighting each other though. Like I don't want to be the one doing the test in school. Like, no, I don't want to be that one. And they start fighting each other.
Which one's the real one?
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, and again, My Hero Academia, they have a villain called Twice, who is able to create clones, but then they actually start fighting over who is the real clone and who is the clone, like who's the real original and who is the clone. So yeah, it's an interesting thing where it's like you create the clones, but then they start having a mind of their own. So it's like, oh shit.
Well, that's a legit good name, Twice.
Yeah, Gorgeous Gramax wants a quirk to turn people into furries, so we know what he's into and what he wants other people to be.
It's illegal.
If I had to choose one like that no one else knew about, like I'm the only one that knows about my quirk, it'd be like I could convince like anyone of anything. Like I just activate my quirk and like you're gonna agree with me and do what I want type of thing.
The power of charisma.
Yeah, the power of Kamina.
The only quirk I would want, like just like Animax said, where you're the only one who has a quirk, I would want a quirk that I can choose any girl I want. I just choose her, and then she falls in love with me straight away.
Gotta catch
That'd
them
be
all.
sick. Yeah, gotta catch
How are
them
you
all.
gonna grow up, Recon?
What? It's creative.
But then Recon, does she really love you for you or for that because she's being manipulated?
Doesn't care.
No, I am. It's it's manipulative because I'm a harem king. I can do whatever.
So you don't care if it's like all a facade,
Like a facade? What is that?
like it's all a fake, it's all illusion. They
Oh,
don't like you.
yeah, you have. A
He doesn't give a fuck.
I got a better
I
one
don't
for you.
give a fuck.
Recon. Instead of manipulation, just go for that X-ray vision. You'll be set.
X-ray vision, yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing that Superman has. So why not a quirk like that?
Yeah.
Seeing through walls, seeing through people's.
I wouldn't even want X-ray vision.
No, but the problem is with X-ray vision, if you turn it on, where does it go until? I mean, Superman can't see through lead, but why? Like, you can't see through clothes. You'd be looking at someone, you'd be seeing a skeleton. So
No, what if you could like
It depends.
control the intensity of it? It's like a little like lever on the side of your head.
no, but X-ray works doesn't
true.
work like that.
So it's not like a see-through anything. It's actually
Hey,
X-ray.
Nux, why you gotta be such a killjoy? We're just
Yeah,
trying to have fun here.
You're ruining it all.
The ability to see through fabric. That's a power.
There we go.
Okay.
Or see
Hunters-
through whatever you want. Like you just like increase the intensity or decrease like for like the layers type of thing.
Hunter Souls, by the way, says he thinks the best quirk would be plot armor. The
True.
plot armor quirk,
Protagonist.
also known as One for All.
The ability to be the protagonist.
The problem is, what if it's like a sad plot or like a plot where like you die?
The ability to be a shonen protagonist.
Exactly. There we go.
That's the dream.
I still think Deku should have lost in that tournament.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Earlier.
I like that Nux says he did.
Well, you guys are bringing amazing proofs from shows of stuff that happened.
You know what I want? I think I know what Soul's quirk would be.
What's that?
The ability to make anyone read any manga he wishes.
Ah, that would. Yeah, I was gonna say that earlier. Like for one of my quirks, or to just make Recon appreciate anime that was before 2008. But
I was gonna say a great quirk for Recon would be to instill the love for crap, ecchi harem anime into anyone.
oh no, that'd be hell. That'd be hell.
That's OP.
That would be hell for everyone else. Yeah, that would be a great plot actually. Soul Maka's quirk making people read quality manga versus Recon's quirk making people love crappy harem ecchi anime, and it's like who will win? Who will be able to take over the world?
Well, there's a
guy
writing
who enlighten
writing
you, or
contest
the
right
guy who wants you to watch the ecchis.
There's a
One
writing
Piece
contest
still
on.
wins. Quirkless.
Jesus.
Nick says he wants quirk Captain America.
I don't get it.
Quirk America, fuck yeah, that's a good.
So what? I didn't hear your quirk. What did you say? The ability to have me read a manga? What manga would you want?
The
me to read?
ability you would have the ability to instill love and passion for ecchi harem crap into anyone.
Wait, so you would stop me from loving my stuff?
No, you would have the power to do it to everyone else.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, I would want that.
Martin
Damn.
says a
Just
quirk,
like that, Recon became an antagonist.
Yeah.
Martin says a quirk called Save Point, where every birthday the game saves over, so you can reload at any time. That's kind of like
Kind of reminds me of ReZero.
yeah, it's kind of like
Undertale.
quirk from ReZero, except he has to die for it to reload. Luna says quirk rule the world. Yes, Luna, but how? How to rule the world? That's the quirk. Ruling the world is just what happens as a result.
Laws says he wants Levi's magic as a quirk. You know, from Fairy Tale, where the one where you make
Levy,
a word reality.
not Levi. Levy.
Oh yeah, Levy. Yeah, you make the word reality in it. No, it's like word magic kind of thing.
Justin Law just said one that's kind of terrifying. He said to change all traps to female. If you could change people's gender, kind of like a Ivanko from One Piece or something. Like that would be a terrifying.
Don't
How
let
about a
SJWs get it.
How about a quirk to turn your body into liquid whenever you want?
And then back.
No,
transform it back. Yeah.
You having that power, Recon, just sounds so wrong. No.
What do you mean? That sounds so
No.
wrong.
You
What's
would be
wrong
like
with it?
you'd be the water coming out of people like girls like showers.
What the fuck? Oh yeah, that's a good idea actually.
Oh my
Not a bad idea at all. Not a bad
Anime
idea.
Recon is a fucked guy. You're
Just
fucked.
as a girl is showering, I just come out of the the drain
Shower
or
head.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the water logia that
Yeah,
we're
the
all
shower
waiting
head.
for.
I
Yeah.
just appear behind her and transform back into human, and I say, "Surprise, motherfucker! I'm here."
Surprise, motherfucker.
Why don't you just Recon? Why don't you just have the quirk called being a normal,
Nice person.
confident human being, and then girls will actually want to spend time with you anyways. You don't have to, do all these like sneaky ways of getting with chicks. You can just be like, chicks want to be with you anyways.
Man, this is Rant
Fun
Café.
enough.
You gotta bring in some entertainment for people.
Yeah, Mac, where's
That's the
that?
point. That's why I'm here. I'm here to make people entertained.
It's true. He has been doing that.
That is true. Yeah. He is a very entertaining young
I'm
lad.
trying to think of stupid quirks that would hopefully entertain people. That's what I've been doing.
You've been doing a great job. Keep it up.
Thank you. I hope everyone has been enjoying it as well.
Oh man.
Yeah, I feel like also Ida's quirk engine is pretty useful too. Like just being really, really fast. I mean, I think that's cool.
I wonder how much orange juice he drinks. Make that work.
A lot. That's cool too. At least he doesn't have to like drink gasoline.
Yeah.
Like, that would suck. That would have after effects. At least he has to drink like a nice orange juice drink. Not like a too bad for you or anything. So like
Or just Frankie, what's it called from One Piece? Like drink cola. Be like make yourself a side.
Build a staircase into midair to right.
Yeah.
Exactly. The ultimate shipwriter, the ultimate like architect.
Oh, and he has massive laser guns and a mech.
Tis true. I love
There is-
Frankie.
There's a student in class 1B that has a quirk that his name is Manga. His face is just like a thought bubble. And his quirk is comic, but no one knows what it does. But Gozen was hypothesizing what if it is to make comics come to life.
Well, that's
That
like
would be
bringing
cool.
fictional characters to life.
Yeah, like that would be crazy OP quirk.
You could bring your waifu to life, Anime Recon.
Oh man.
My body pillow to life.
Yeah, Rika, would that be your choice? Would that be your number one choice for quirk?
Like,
No,
bring
no,
not
fictional
really.
characters.
No.
Like a side Naruto type power.
Yeah,
control something.
Rika, no, bring it.
Like the thing
Anime
is, I
girl
can just
to
buy
life.
like
Just so she can
if I want
slap
that
him.
quirk, if I want a quirk like that, I can just buy loads of body pillows and just bring them all to life. Yeah.
And then they'll beat the crap out of you and run away.
No, but the,
Not even
down, the
bodybuilders. I think it'd be
downside.
pretty cool to like,
Yeah, that would be
bring
a nice
fictional
quirk.
characters to life. Like I can bring like Lelouch to life, but you can't control them though. That'd be like part of the thing. Like you have to have like control over them.
You have to pick one of those
Here we go.
stupid. What?
Bitches.
The downside would be like you have to be able to draw the character. Like however you draw them, that's what they look like.
Oh,
when
mine
they
will be all
come to life.
derpy.
Oh yeah. So you're a hentai
With the
artist. You can
samurai
bring them
One
to
Piece.
life. So you're a hentai artist. So you can bring your pictures to life. I bet you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
first of all, if someone could actually have that quirk and you could keep using it,
They would make a crap load of money.
yeah, you could make a crap load of money. Like you could be the guy. It's like, hey, listen, I will. You design. You tell me what you want. I will draw it. I will bring it to life, and you give me insane amounts of money. Like that would be crazy. However, maybe that quirk would be more realistic if, let's say, you could only life ever or something. So you have to choose like a specific character.
I feel like if anybody got that quirk, it'd be somebody like me that can't draw worth a lick, like that samurai off of One Piece, where the drawings just look terrible.
Yeah, that's funny. That would be like a comedic thing where it's like someone who only draws like stick figures is the guy who has that quirk. So he brings people to life, but it's just like a bunch of stick figures that are like falling over themselves because their legs are too short and stuff. Yeah, that would be funny. The Champ said a quirk that affects your strength and speed and stamina based on your emotions. So like if you're angry, you're stronger, but obviously could potentially have some drawbacks as well because like you can't necessarily control your emotions. So it's like that would be funny too. It's like you get
Oh my God.
when you're nervous. Let's say when you're nervous, you start moving really fast. So then you're around the girl and you just start just like what the fuck is that?
And you can call the quirk adrenaline.
Yeah.
Quirk to kill anyone. Death Note.
That would be
Yeah, but
cool
that's
if you
not
could control
that's
them and have adrenaline
magic
going.
rather than a quirk. So
Yeah.
The ability to turn things into poison, or like so I can like poison people really easily.
So you're talking about from Hitman Reborn, a girl?
Oh
I
yeah,
don't even remember her, and I've watched it. Hitman Reborn.
Hayato's sister.
Yep.
Jonathan Essex said a quirk that puts people into comas. I think that's the 4Kids version of Death Note, right, Nux?
That's right. Go look up the official trailer. It's on YouTube.
Oh my god.
There's an
Yeah.
official trailer of that.
It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
Nux,
it's on the-
Nux made it.
It's on the channel Nuxtaku.
Yeah. By the way, guys, everyone here, their channel links that has a channel are in the description if you want to check them out. And of course, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoy Rant Cafe and want to see more of these. We do them every week, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursdays. So yeah, it's always fun time like this. Before we get finished, I want to see some more suggestions of an existing quirk in My Hero Academia that you would really want to have in real life, like your top number one. You have to pick one that you know right now. Anime dude.
Wait, what? You gotta pick a quirk.
You ruined the hype of the flow, man.
I was reading the chat.
Yo, dude, you don't realize no one listens to the outros, so we just have to go with it.
Oh,
No, yeah, you have to anime dude. You have to pick one quirk that exists already, so not one you created in real life. What would it be?
I kind of like the electric dude's quirk because he can charge his own phone.
Useful
He
quirk
he
in real
might
life.
overwattage himself and be dumb for an hour, but I'm already kind of dumb, so it's not that big of a deal. Mobile
Yes,
phone charger right there.
yeah, that is true. That is an interesting quirk. Anime dude, I accept your answer. Thank you. Briggs, to you.
I would be down to have the like invisible girl's quirk if I could turn it on and off. I think that'd be really applicable. I don't know.
Same here. That would probably be my top choice if you could turn it off. But if you can't, then definitely not even close.
I can't think of another one.
By the way, Caster for Life says his quirk would be England is my city. Please let me know down in the chat what you guys think England is my city quirk would actually do, because I think that's
It would make your collar stay popping.
no matter what you wear, your collar.
No matter what. It could be a t-shirt. The t-shirt will have a popping collar.
What's it called? My quirk is to be the ultimate memester. Just to be able to like come up with amazing memes like England is my city. It go viral.
Is there anything
Or you could just go watch JoJo's.
Stop! Leave me alone. Yeah, that would backfire. You would become a Jake Paul.
Bro, like no matter how much hate he's getting, I still think like I would want to be in his shoes.
Yeah, but he's losing perspective, man. Like he's he's taking it too far.
I agree.
Anime Mouth overhaul. He likes the overhaul. Yeah, very very cool quirk. And again, some quirks are useful not only for yourself but for others. So like quirks like recovery and overhaul's quirk that can regenerate stuff can be very useful. Like for your allies, you could like heal your allies, stuff like that, or people you care about. So yeah, those would be definitely really useful quirks. Recon, to you, one existing quirk that you have to pick.
I would choose Tokuyama's quirk. I would want to have his shadow. I'd love
And
to
you
have
want to
shadow
look
as
like a
quirk.
chicken.
No, well, I wouldn't want to look like a chicken, man. I just like have to have my own shadow, like as like Naruto. You know, just have your own shadow.
So you want to be a stand user?
No, he wants to
Go
be
watch
Peter Pan.
JoJo's people.
Fucking Peter Pan. No, I just want to have Tokuyama's quirk. I think it's cool.
Devil the Rebel says, England is my city, makes you dab 24/7 even when you sleep. Like you're sleeping like this. Like oh man, imagine. Do you think that's how Jake Paul actually sleeps? Like if someone's like filming him sleeping, he's like
Only if he's getting hate. So yeah, probably stabbing all the time.
yeah, dabbing on all them haters. Man, there's so many haters to dab on. Like you don't know.
Oh, did you see your tweet got on Aki's video?
Oh yes, I did. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, man, I was in that Jake Paul zone. I was just because we were making the It's Anime Bro video, so I was just making.
I know,
Jake
and I
Paul
saw
references.
all your tweets, and whenever you were on Discord, you had something like Liddy or, one word.
I was making more Jake Paul references than an 11-year-old girl. Let's just say that.
That's scary.
And yeah, and then Aki asked on her Twitter like some dares for people to give them to do while they were playing like a rock paper scissors kakegurui style game. And I said, say dab on them haters, and then proceed to dab in a public setting. And she actually had to do it, but I was stupid. I should have said shout.
Yo, that's exactly what I was.
Dab on them haters, because she went to the camera like dab on them haters, and then
And then she,
but if I said shout, she would have had to do it, and everyone would have heard because they were in like a grocery store. So yes, I messed up there, but it was a hilarious video. Definitely check it out. Any other interesting? There was also a dab on them haters quirk idea. Britannia is my city. Yeah, we've had that meme as well.
I would have a quirk called Nailed It. And everything I could do, no matter how awkward it comes out, everyone thinks it's the best thing ever.
Nailed it.
Or how about the quirk makes you think that it's the best thing ever, and everyone else is like, "What the hell is this?"
That's the story of my life.
The
That's
quirk of
I
confidence.
was about to say Recon's life story.
Story.
SAO is the greatest
yeah.
thing ever. High school
Love it,
DXT is
guys.
unreal.
It
Nailed
is,
it.
it is.
They are. Those are.
It's true.
What are you talking about, Briggs?
Oh man.
Samuel says a quirk that physical analyzation that like analyzes people's fighting style and physical strength and stuff. I feel like that's if Deku has a quirk, it's that. It's the ability to like analyze people and kind of try to.
There's an anime character
Bakugo
with
was
that
better
quirk.
at that than he was.
What?
It's that girl, the coach off of Kuroko no Basket, can do that. That's what it is.
Right. Let me guess, Recon, you haven't watched Croak in a Basket. He's mute. So, Animac, I guess you didn't watch Croak in a Basket.
My brother loves it. I just don't like sports anime that much, so I haven't really gotten into a lot of sports anime. The only one I like is Keijo.
You gotta watch Hajime no Ippo, bro.
Yeah, I know. Hajime no Ippo has been recommended to me so much. Like,
Right, pick Hajime no Ippo or Haikyuu and just
Hajime no Ippo will be the one I'll watch when I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch sports anime. It's gonna be Hajime no Ippo first for sure. But of course, Recon wouldn't watch it because it's not from 2010 and up. So
You mean 2015 upwards?
What is it called? What is it called?
Hajime no Ippo.
I've watched that.
Have you actually?
Yeah, I watched it. It was nice. It
boy.
was really good, really good.
Nice.
Which
Okay,
one? Which one?
Respect points. Respect
Both of
points.
them actually, both seasons.
I now respect Recon more than
No,
anime.
Yeah, you
There's
gained
I've
some
watched
respect
Hajime no
there.
Ippo and Hajime no Ippo the Rising.
Sweet. It's so sick, right?
Yeah, it's really, really good. I liked it.
By the way,
I like
Lom King says quirk one punch. Yeah, that would be an OP
One punch.
quirk. Right there.
I like Nick Victory Fire's quirk when he said fusion quirk, where you can fuse two bodies together for a limited amount of time, like in Dragon Ball.
Polanina from Fullmetal Alchemist.
Yeah. Oh man, Dragon Ball is
That was okay
full
to
of like
my
crazy powers. Like it's not even fair. Like Dragon Ball is like it's just like a cut above like other anime because it's so OP.
Oh, Boku no Piku quirk.
Okay. It's time now, guys, to call it a night.
Yeah. For
Thank
the
you
known
all.
quirks, I'd probably either have Momo's creation or Chisaki's overhaul.
Yeah, we forgot about Solomaka there.
Creation really
Yeah.
good.
And me, thank you all.
You
No,
said
no one
one.
forgot about you. We heard plenty from you.
Last but not least, right? So, if I wouldn't look like a shadowy blob, I would take Kurogiri's for sure.
Yeah, the question is, can Kurogiri turn it off? That's another thing.
He wears a suit. How does he wear a suit?
Some people say he can just turn it off and on in terms of like the density of his body, but he wants to hide his identity, so he keeps it on. But he could
All
look like a normal person.
So
yeah,
then
I
I'd
agree
pick
with you. If
that.
you could look like a normal person, that would be a great quirk.
All right, so then I would pick that one.
And me, I would definitely pick All for One. Like out of
Right.
any
No,
quirk.
no, but I mean,
I still don't want that quirk.
I thought you said like it was in a world without other quirks.
No, yeah, I said that previously, but then this was
Oh.
just kind of like if you could pick any existing quirk, which would it be? Again, Invisible Girl, if you could turn it off for sure, but if not, All for One. Because what's the best quirk to take over the world? It's definitely All for One. Create an army of crazy people with combined insane quirk combos. Just crush it. I'd love to see that. But yeah, thank you guys. We're gonna wrap it up now. It's been a great Rant Cafe. I really enjoyed talking about these quirks with you guys. Thank you to Nux, Taku, All Day Anime, Anime Recon, The Anime Dude, and Solmaka. The channels of those people, other than Solmaka, who still doesn't have a channel, are in the description. They all make quality content on the YouTubes. And Soul will eventually make a channel one day, maybe. Maybe when Soul makes a channel, Recon will read manga. You never know.
Hey, actually, I
Tell
might
it.
do, since he might, recommend manga. Then yeah, I would give it a go.
I've been recommending manga for the last how many months?
It's gotta be in YouTube format, bro.
All right, we gotta start, guys. We gotta start a betting poll, a pool on who's gonna do what first. Is Soul gonna start his YouTube channel, or is Recon going to start reading manga, and then we just have like just cash money flow and all that stuff?
Find out next time.
I've always been the anime.
Well, it's hard
only.
because that entails that Recon would be able to read more than just subtitles.
To be
Oh,
honest, I've always been anime only.
this
Good
is
for you.
this is
It's
a
that time.
lovely rivalry. Love you guys. But okay, we're gonna wrap it up now. If you guys want like this, leave a like. If you want to continue the conversation, you can join the Discord server. Link in the description. Always fun time over there. And yeah, thanks again, everybody, the guests, everyone in the chat. Awesome comments. And until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.
Bang.
Bang.